short on 4th down here. And Bryce Young doesn't look like he's going anywhere. It'll be 4th down and a couple of yards.
Yeah, you knew that was the philosophy. They've been able to convert a couple of these 3rd downs where it's almost, in most cases, yeah, that's a passing down, but they're handing it off and they're getting it. But nonetheless, the way this offensive line has been able to push this D-line off the ball, the way that Hubbard has been able to find these creases, I like the decision.
Nobody's converted more 4th downs than the Panthers. Nobody has seen more on defense than the Rams. 2 for 2 today is Carolina. On this crucial 4th down, Young, McMillan, got it! Touchdown! Panthers lead! Fourth down seemingly is the magic down for Carolina. Twice they've scored on 4th and must-have.
I'll tell you what, this was clutch by Bryce Young. And really good job up front of giving him protection, but Bryce is making his way through the progression. And just the way that he layered this ball up over the top. Emmanuel Forbes had good coverage, but he just kind of went to undercut it. The ball went over the top, and McMillan, who does not have a catch today, comes up with as big a play in this game as you can at a critical moment. Right here, fourth and short. You know you're getting man-to-man coverage, and Bryce is going to read the free safety right here. But you're man-to-man outside. You got both these guys running crossing routes, and you're simply just looking, who is the free safety going to grab? He grabs Leggett. That's fine. We're going to throw one-on-one to his playmaker, McMillan. Perfect throw, layered over the top. Forbes guesses wrong underneath. And what a massive response to that Rams drive to put the Panthers back on top here in the 4th quarter.
2 ties, 5 lead changes in this contest today. Rivers won't make it to the 30. They'll set up at the 28-yard line. We'll be right back after this from State Farm.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the experience of this trainer,
good to go,
but getting that trainer.
Megan Trainer. I'm all about that brace, no trouble. Give me your arm.
No, it's not for that.
Who are you?
Patrick, I play football.
This is Patrick, everyone. Give it up for Patrick. He does sports.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Why is no one clapping?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
4th touchdown reception of the last 3 games for McMillan. This one puts Carolina on top with 6.5 to go in what is one of the best and most entertaining games that you will watch in an 18-week regular season. This one's been a blast. Rams have it at their own 28. Stafford slings it out. Nakua in the screen game. And a tough man to challenge in space, as he picks up about 6, running into a Caleb Evans. Playing a big role today. Remember, all the injuries on the back end for Carolina's defense.
Yeah, look, you've got a lot of time here. Nearing 6 minutes. 2 timeouts for the Rams. The way they've been driving the ball, it's been chunk plays. It hasn't just been, dinking and dunking. It's been chunk plays in the run game. It's been some chunk plays in the pass game. Look, they're not thinking field goal. They're thinking touchdown.
Been a day of big plays on both sides. Both teams averaging better than 8 per play. League average is 5.5. Nice rollout, nice connection. It's Parkinson putting the shoulder down into Nick Scott. And a first down to the 46.
Yeah, this is another one of the ways that the Rams get tight ends open. They're just taking Colby Parkinson, and normally he's blocking down. In this case, he just releases, not blocking anybody. He's there for Stafford as he boots out to the right. It's his first read. And just another way to offset this run game and a defense that is used to having to pursue. A nice little wrinkle for this Rams offense.
For the former Seattle Seahawk, who was with Dave Canales when Canales was an assistant for Pete Carroll. Deep drop, wants a deep route. Stafford instead will take the check down, and it's dropped. A rare one from Nakua. Looked like they had something developing downfield. Instead, it's an incompletion and 2nd down.
Yeah, they did. Devontae Adams really running wide open through the middle of the field. Typically, there's a backside corner there, but he was not there. So as you watch Devontae come screaming across the field, boy, a lot of real estate.
Wow.
I think Stafford just took his eyes off him a little bit too quick to get to the check down.
Second down for Stafford. Now floats one for Adams, wide open inside the 40-yard line. Steps out at the 39. It's a gain of 18 as we step inside of 5 minutes to play. Now the clock rules change as well.
Yeah, this is one of those throws that Stafford just makes in his sleep. Just laying the ball to the sideline. You know, Davante Adams, he can lull you to sleep sometimes with the way that he just runs so smooth through the defense. At any moment, he can just kick it into another gear and run by you, hit you on a post, a deep over. In that case, just kicking it to the sideline for a big chunk.
Fresh set of downs. Stafford. Out route, a little deep, but out of bounds for everybody. Second down.
It's interesting the approach that they're taking. You know, this is as many, you know, big play action passes that they've tried to lump together. You know, up until this point, it's been run, 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 a naked, a screen, and then mix in a play action every now and then. But, you know, they have plenty of time, and I think their formula should continue to be just run the football, run the clock. Maybe in a way they're thinking, let's score fast, get Carolina the ball back, and then try to get it back and go win this thing in regulation.
They're at the interesting point of the fourth quarter, just inside of 5 minutes with a lot of timeouts and the 2-minute warning still to come. Here is the run game on display. It is Kyron Williams running into Chris Barnes, who's taken over one of those inside backer spots. It sets up a big third down. Line to gain will be the 29, 3rd and 6.
Just so many weapons for the Rams on the perimeter. When you start thinking about all the options that are at Stafford's disposal.
You got 5 of them out there. Nakua and Adams on the same side.
A lot of communication on defense. You wonder if they're trying to orchestrate the pressure.
They do. Stafford throws to Nakua, and he holds on and gets away for a first down. Running through is the Carolina safety, Nick Scott, picks up 13 on 3rd down.
That's the second one of these strong-handed catches in a row with Nakua. You know, he throws it behind him, and then Nakua just reaches back and plucks this thing, and more so than anything, just his ability to break tackles. He's just got such lower body strength and can just step out of those with ease.
Strong receiver in Nakua, goes to the sidelines. He stepped out of bounds, so the clock stops at 4:02. And a nice run as Williams takes a hard hit from Ransom as he's shown off a couple of highlight reel tackles today. 4 yards on that play.
Yeah, this is one of their patented runs. A lot of double teams up front, just giving Kyron the ability to choose his lane. But yeah, Ransom has come up with some big plays today. Big sack earlier on that got him off the field in the 3rd quarter.
He's in there for the suspended Trayvon Merrick. Both teams have run the ball effectively today. Rams will continue to do it here, at least attempt to. That's a great play by Nick Scott that time. Drops him at the 17-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, very, very crucial here, because obviously you don't get this, then you're ended up kicking a field goal and you're going to give the Panthers a game-winning drive opportunity. They spread it out on the last 3rd medium, went empty, and he chose this matchup with Nakua. See if they go back to a similar strategy here.
Top side of the formation, Nakua. Near side is Adams.
Pressure look by the Panthers up front.
And some movement beforehand. There was a whistle. The clock was winding down. Back judge says delay of game.
Prior to the ball being snapped, delay a game on the offense.
One of the more disciplined offenses in the NFL. Lost a few seconds there. And they move back 5 yards to the 23. First Rams penalty of this game. And now the former Rams assistant, Ejiro Evero, looking to dial something up.
Yeah, you give that pressure look, all of a sudden there's communication between offensive line, quarterback, and you get him to delay just long enough.
Four-man rush. Stafford gets brought down. That ball came out. Derek Brown the hit, and DJ won him the ball. Flags come flying in at the end of the play, and Stafford coughs it up with 2:25 left. Derek Brown comes up with the key play of the day for the Panther defense, up 3.
Let's take a look at what happened on that last sack fumble. So see where Derek Brown is. First off, you've got this loaded front over here, which you know there's going to be games coming here. And that's exactly what took place. You just need the coverage to be able to hang on long enough. But watch how Derek Brown just fights his way around, gets the strip, and creates arguably one of the biggest defensive plays. That's the 3rd turnover for this defense in this game, which has been massive for creating opportunities, but also getting this Rams offense off the field.
There was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Carolina bench after their exuberance and excitement, so they lose 15 yards on the return from Wanham. But how about Derek Brown? Deflection off his helmet leading to a pick. Strip sack of Stafford, his 3rd turnover of the day after none in the last 5 games. And Carolina takes over. Still a long 2.5 minutes to play in this one. Here's Dowdle. They're trying to churn the clock away. This could take them down to the 2-minute warning unless McVay wants to use one here. And he will. One of the 2 remaining timeouts that McVay has. Great game here in Week 13 coming down to the wire. Week 14, great slate next week, and it's headlined by a huge NFC North matchup. Packers and Bears both win on the holiday weekend. Bears with a statement victory over the reigning Super Bowl champions. Packers continue to play well these last couple of weeks after being upset by Carolina. Josh Allen and Joe Burrow will square off in the early window. We've got a great slate next week on a Fox doubleheader.
Yeah, I was going to say that. My second favorite offense to watch right now is the Chicago Bears with Ben Johnson, what he's doing down there with Caleb Williams. It's amazing.
Remember that the Rams burned a timeout on defense earlier in this half, so that's the second one used by Sean McVay. On 2nd and 6, it will be a trip-up play by Cam Curl, knocking Dowdle down. So now will McVay use that last one? He will on the top side of the 2-minute warning.
And this is where you have to stay aggressive. Do not get conservative. Throw the football here, get a first down, and you win this game.
If you get a first down and stay in bounds, not stop the clock, you get down to the 2-minute warning, and then 3 knees gives you an upset victory if you're Dave Canales. Rams need a stop on this play to get it down to the 2-minute warning and potentially get it back. Hubbard is the back. And they've got the big bodies out there at receiver. Coker, Sanders, Leggett, all on the left. Young, shot for the win. It is held on to by Coker. And the Panthers are going to come away with a signature victory to propel them deeper into the playoff conversation in the NFC South. No conservative play calling from Canales that time. Bryce Young, big-bodied receiver Jalen Coker. 2-minute warning in Charlotte. in what was a rainy, foggy, cold, late November afternoon in Charlotte. The Panthers are celebrating. They'll take 3 knees and come away with their second victory as a double-digit underdog this season. They're going to knock off the hottest team in the NFC. And Drew, at the top of this broadcast, you said Jalen Coker had to be big.
Look, he's a game changer. I thought he could be the secret weapon for them. He's right here in the slot, and he just makes his way to the middle of the field. Again, the Rams playing really conservative on that 3rd and medium. You know, a little bit different than what I would have expected. And that huge hole in the middle of the field, which is Jalen Coker's, I mean, that's his spot because he's kind of their interior blocker. He's their big target. And, man, he came up with some huge plays today. But honestly, I can't say enough about Dave Canales and just the job he did. Gutsy play calling, especially in the second half down the stretch. 2 shot plays on 4th down. On 4th and short, for that matter. 1 go ball to Jalen Coker. The other, combination of the deep crosses, big play to McMillan. And Bryce Young as well. Came up with the big throws when they needed them most. Those 2 4th downs, that last 3rd down to seal the game. And Carolina now 6-1 in 1-score games, which you're pretty impressive when you talk about, the grit and determination. And, they needed this win in order to stay in contention here in the NFC South. And they've got as good a chance of it as anybody now.
Dave Canales was asked this week, how do you bounce back after a loss on the road at San Francisco, short week coming in, and now playing with opportunity and possibility? He said, I have to convince these guys. What I saw in Seattle, what I saw in Tampa Bay 2 years ago, I have to convince them that they are worthy of this. They get to 7 wins. They're the first team in the South to do it. Tampa Bay has a small lead on Arizona in the final 2 minutes, so the Bucs can still hold on to first place with a victory today. But remember, those 2 teams are going to square off 3 times.
They're going to meet twice, yeah. They're going to meet twice down the stretch here, so it's wide open.
Panthers, first team in the NFL with 4 30-plus yard TDs. Dowdle and Hubbard each had 200-plus scrimmage yards. Adams had 2 touchdowns from Stafford, who turned it over 3 times. 5 lead changes, a pair of ties, a lot at stake. And the Panthers come away with an upset victory and snap the Rams' 6-game win streak. You'll get coverage of that key NFC South matchup. Buccaneers facing the Cardinals, try to hold on to first place. Kevin, Daryl, and Allison are coming up. For Drew, Christina, our fantastic crew, Adam Amin sending you to Florida.